sculptor named Poyas. He's one of the few remaining unprocessed bioroids. And our latest assignment. We're on a 24/7 security watch starting tomorrow.
Are somehow beneath yours? They're not human. They're basically objects. With the bandage?
It's a technique elderly sculptors employ. The Titan bandage helps to strengthen their grip enough to continue with their work. He wakes up every morning before sunrise. And then he works for precisely 15 hours to the very second. And that's apparently how he's lived his life here for the past 3 years straight.
3 whole years? Good work out there. Tell me, I didn't know you were here.
Any updates?
Just that he has a bland appetite. He ate some bread, drank some water, and went to bed. His existence really does revolve around his work, huh?
I'm guessing he's lived his whole life this way.
They're not human. They're basically objects. Thirsty? Thanks so much, Atomi. But you really didn't have to go to the trouble of bringing me extra clothes. You should be with your baby. Oh, it's fine. Yoshitsune offered to babysit. Besides, it's nice to have a little break from the baby every once in a while. This is like a short vacation. It doesn't even matter if they lose their families. They can simply collect a replacement. It's so weird how delicate our society is. Gaia carefully determines the very balance of our existence. Even mine. Some of us are given the gift of motherhood, while others dedicate their lives to a craft. Yeah, right. It's milk time! I'm gonna have a cranky baby! See ya! That's not what I would call a vacation. Seemed more like a power lunch. I guess that's her job.
I get the feeling she was just checking up on you.
Why?
I think she's a little worried this stuff with Diaz got you down.
And that concludes my report. Although, this whole business of you sending Iswat to guard me at my home, it's not exactly the peace and quiet that I'm used to. I know you're worried, but it seems like overkill.
You think that I'm bad? Well, the Judicial Bureau's worse. From what I understand, they intend to use both FBI and Iswat surveillance.
Don't get me wrong, I understand the rationale. I'd imagine that you are concerned with giving off the impression that you have things under control.
And I get the feeling you're telling me that my cautious approach makes me look weak.
Not at all. I'm simply admiring your perspicacity. Well then, I should get going.
This neural augmentation, it should give you a processing capacity more advanced than a hecaton. However, the neural strain and heat generation it'll cause, I doubt the upgrade will be worth the pain.
I don't have a choice. There's no time for hesitation.
I'm your business partner, so I'll do what you're asking, but I have my reservations.
Tell me this. Imagine you lost the man you loved. If it was your fault, would you be unchanged? Such melancholy eyes.
Are you familiar with the beast I'm sculpting? It's the Hydra.
The Hydra?
The hero, Hercules, was cursed by the goddess Hera, which caused him to uncontrollably slay his own sons. As atonement for committing this atrocity, he performed 12 incredible labors. The Nemean lion, the Lernaean hind, the Erymanthian boar, the Augean stables, the Stymphalian birds, the Cretan bull, the mares of Diomedes, the girdle of the queen of the Amazons, the cattle of Geryon, the golden apples of the Hesperides, the guard dog of the underworld, Cerberus, and this creature before you, the Lernaean Hydra.
So once you complete that one, they'll all be finished?
Well, that's assuming that I'm even capable of completing this one.
It's the last. Why wouldn't you finish?
As much as I know, it appears to be, sculpting's not about reshaping stone. It's about finding the breath of life concealed within the core of the rock, and then revealing the true appearance of the stone. But for some reason, I just can't seem to discover the truth within this stone. No matter how hard I try to find it, it keeps evading me.
It belonged to my late husband. Something of his I kept as a memento. The sadness of losing someone you love. It produces hate. Hercules. A normal human being. A man cursed by the powers above to kill the ones that he loved.
You feel it too, don't you? This sadness.
It's hard to explain. But I suddenly get these overwhelming waves of bleakness. Well, the future looks dark.
The way you speak, my dear. Maybe I'm wrong, but you sound as though you're ready to give up.
Oh, sorry. Just ignore me. I'm pretty sure that came out sounding a lot stranger than I meant it to.
No, it's all right. If you don't mind, would you tell me your name?
Oh, of course. It's Dune and Newt. Not to state the obvious, but I'm with ESWAT. I'm here to protect you.
My personal bodyguard, huh? Well, I do hope you're good at your job.
Naturally.
The Hydra is a mythical serpentiform beast with 9 heads. Severing one of the heads is pointless, as 2 will sprout from the wound to replace it. To prevent this, Hercules requested the help of his friend Aeolus to defeat the monster. The 2 men burned the creature's multiple heads with torches, cauterizing them before they could grow back. In that story, we find a universal truth. A single thoughtless act can beget more and more hatred until it spawns a terrifying beast, damning all in its path.
Sadness devoid of hatred is just a plea for pity. It is true. I actually know someone. She was so filled with sorrow that she was overcome with a burning hatred. Maybe the Hydra's rage was born from sadness, the same way her hatred was. But what made Hercules continue to fight? Was it just a sense of responsibility? Or was it redemption? Atonement, as you said?
This sculpture, its very essence, is modeled after someone I knew.
It is?
That's right. His name was Hercules. He was a fellow sculptor, a peer of mine. Aside from the obvious, we shared many similarities in our lives, except for the major distinction that I'm a bioroid, and he was a human. We had joined the same workshop and shared a passion for honing our craft, even to the point of competing with one another. But there our experiences diverged. Even though our sculptures were of matching quality, his work drew a constant parade of admirers, while my creations, they were without fail critically ignored. He was the only one who gave me any support, who appreciated my work, always there to calm me with a gentle smile. Inevitably, he realized the truth behind that disparity. Neither his talent nor the beauty of his sculptures were reason enough for his supporters to so outnumber my own. The truth was that Gaia had produced bioroids whose sole purpose was to support the human artists of Olympus, regardless of their ability or the quality of their art. Ashamed of his vanity in accepting this for so long, and of his very need for such praise, he took his own life. There hasn't been a single human artist working in Olympus since that day. Gaia simply will not allow it. The concern over humans self-destructing has trumped their intrinsic need to create art. However, this ban did not apply to bioroids. Not only was my genetic structure engineered to enhance my craftsmanship, it was also carefully designed to withstand the crushing disappointments of being an artist. Ever since his death, it's been my responsibility to assume the workload that should have been shared by my friend. After some time, Gaia asked me to create a monument to commemorate the ideals behind the Ark project. I was immediately reminded of a dream Hercules once shared with me. A vision in which he and I worked together to create a series of sculptures depicting a hero overcoming tremendous obstacles as he moved toward the future. It was meant to provide hope for the world as it marched onward. Creating the 12 labors of Hercules was my way of sharing Hercules' dream with the world. A way to inspire anyone who comes to Olympus in search of paradise, regardless of how their biology might classify them, human, bioroid, robot, or cyborg. I wanted to share his aspiration with each and every one. But no matter how hard I try, I just can't seem to complete this final sculpture of Hercules battling the Hydra. I guess it makes sense. I was unable to do anything to help Hercules in my youth. Perhaps the task is even further beyond me now. I'm certain that Hercules could have finished this piece. There isn't a doubt in my mind about it. He was always capable of bolstering my spirits. I know he could have created a masterpiece that would embolden the people of Olympus.
You aren't alone, you know. You may have felt that you've been sculpting by yourself all this time, all to achieve his dream. But really, the memory of Hercules has been with you. I know you can finish this. Because your art has given me the same hope that Urkali gave to you. Trust me on this. I mean, you might as well. You trusted me with your life.
Perhaps I'm not alone.
She's after Iris?
Requesting backup.
Just a little more, Urkali, my friend. We're almost there.
Stop her.
That's your plan? Funny, I was about to say the same to you. Me too.
I'm not picking up any vital signs. The cockpit's empty.
11-3. This one's a decoy. Turn back now. But that's... She can't control the landmate remotely.
Dia.
It's finished.
We all want the same thing. Bioroids, cyborgs, humans. As long as they're all striving for the same goal, I consider them all to be a part of my family.
I never even heard of that kind of thing before. I feel like I should have seen it. Don't blame yourself. Not even a Hekaton could have simultaneously controlled two landmates with the ease that she did. And I think it's quite possible that Dia is no longer human.